It is Riyadh season in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and we're about to see another big-time fight here at Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is the Wild One, and he'll be facing Terrance "Bud" Crawford.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
First up we have Wild One from the United States of America. Terrance "Bud" Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the orange trunks trimmed with orange. The Wild One. Fighting out of the blue corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terrance "Bud" Crawford.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
This is the night. Everybody's looking forward to this night. The heat, the atmosphere, you could cut it with a knife.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. They landed a good jab there. Missed him with that uppercut. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. A perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that. And there's the bell for round two. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
He threw a punch and just got countered. These two were made for each other. Nice counter. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Trying to land that jab. It's bombs away. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win. There's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about it. On to the 4th we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford is dazed. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he scores with the counter. Couldn't land that jab. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do you believe what we are seeing? That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, there's the bell to start round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
A perfect counter shot. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Counter punch right up the middle. Jab slightly off target. There's a counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan does not. Let's start the 6th. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful, but it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Counter punch caught him clean. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. You comes round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you, they want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Catch and shoot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab misses. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum. They've got the... And there's the bell for round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Which fighter will say no mas? Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you're going to get some before you get them close.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Punch, counter punch. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble. And there's the bell to start round 10. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You'd like to see more jabs. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the... Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter punch. Jab doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They exchange punches. They don't punch themselves out here. Straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Holding nothing back here in the round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell for round 12. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This with that jab. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Beautiful counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. What is up there?